Everyone look good today. The heart of the practice is sati, or mindfulness. To have sati, be aware of the body and the mind. There is a course in Taiwan today. Ajahn Prasan, Dr. Nat, Ajahn Song are there. There are about 200 people attending the course. Many foreigners are interested in Dhamma. They have a more difficult time because of the language barrier. They need translations. Before the Dhamma talk today, there is an announcement. This is just like the back in the days before we can watch this series. The government usually make an announcement. Next week, there is a sacred stones burial ceremony. So the temple is become the full temple next week. At first, Luangpo wants everything to be done in one day. But many of you ask. Some of you who ask are those who never come to the temple before. They want to put glow leaves on the stones. They don't really care much about the Dhamma learning. They want to put gold leaves on the stones. But it is still better than going any place else. So Luangpo extended the days that will let the people come in to put the gold leaves on the stones. Add 2 more days. On Friday and on Saturday. On Sunday, there's not many hours for people to put gold leaves on the stones. So Luangpo extended 2 more days for the people to come in. So people can come in all day long on Saturday to put gold leaves on the stones. Putting gold leaves on the stones for Dhammayutra type of temple, they are different from others. On Tuesday, there's a group of the head of the Sanghas came to visit the temples. They came to visit the temple to see the place first before they come in to head the ceremony on Sunday. They gave a lot of good advices. They ask that the lay people, when they put the gold leaves on the stones, don't put any other thing in the hole where the stones will be buried. If you put anything else in, you're giving burden to the temple to take the things that you put in out. Like for some people, putting like a paper, they throw in a trash into the hole where the stones will be buried. So Luangpo asked, please do not dump anything into the hole. Please do not put anything in the hole. The monks have worked so hard every day already. They would have to go into the hole and dug out the trash out. and please remain outside the rope. There will be a rope around the stones. Don't step over the line.
พวกเราจะได้ร่มถ้าฝนตกจะได้ไม่เปียกเป็นปาฏิหาริย์
At first, Luangpo think that maybe we can put on tents so the lay people can sit under the tent in case it rained. But the ceremonial does not allow that.
ไหว้ลูกนิมิตนะเขาชอบแย่งกันนะแต่พวกเราเป็นนักปฏิบัติเราคงไม่มาแย่งไหว้หรอก
And another thing is that the wood strip that holds the stones, many people at this ceremony, they really want to get these wooden strips as like a souvenir. So Luangpo asked that no one's gonna get the wooden strip. After the ceremony is done, the strips will be hold inside the temple. If you want the wooden strip, if you have greed and you do not realize that is the persona of the hungry ghost. So some who wants the wooden strip, please go buy yourself. Any other announcement? The ceremony will start early in the morning. There will be a Dhamma talk at 8 o'clock. The temple will be open at 6 a.m. There is a short Dhamma talk at 8 a.m. and then by noon, then the stones will be buried. Some who cannot come in, ask their friends to put on gold leaves for them. It may take too much time. Do not do that. Other people will be waiting. If you come in early in the morning, the ceremony will start at about 1 p.m. You may get hungry. Don't assume that you can drive out to eat lunch and come back. It will be difficult. There will be too many people and traffic. So if you need to eat lunch, bring lunch with you. But do not throw away your trash into the holes where the stones will be buried. You have to help yourself. The temple cannot take care of everyone. There will be too many people. There will be a lot of people at the temple on Sunday. I think that's all the announcement, right? Oh, there's another thing. On motorway, they will close motorway, the main road to enter the temple. So there will be traffic. So Pra Ajahn advised that we take a detour to come to the temple. Although it's called the straight road, when you open the Google, there's nothing straight about that road. This is very windy. It is similar to the road, winding road to Mae Hong Son province. But we advise that you take that road instead of the main road. There are quite a few obstacles and Luangpo tried to fix it. One thing that Luangpo cannot control is if it rained. Just think of it as the angels are giving us water. In conclusion, help yourself. This morning, a doctor told me that there's a group of doctors that came in and told Luangpo that lately flu and COVID, they are spreading. So if you are not weak, please stay home. If you stay with a lot of people, if you are not strong, you may want to stay home. And as to make sure, you should wear a mask just to save yourself from contracting COVID or flu. And if you have that, please stay home and you can practice from home. You can watch the event from home. I think that's all the announcement, right? It's very long today. Many people ask me to make announcements. Many announcements. Luangpo is getting old. Luangpo cannot remember it all. Next is the Dhamma talk. The Chinese students in Taiwan, there are about 200 of them. Luangpo feel for the foreign students who want to learn Dhamma. First, the basic understanding is different. Like in Mahayana, they teach differently. For what Luangpo is teaching is Theravada lineage. It is quite reserved from the moment of the teaching of the Buddha. So the Dhamma taught is different, maybe different from Mahayana. Like those who believe in Bodhisattva. The masters, they mean well. So if you have a hardship, you can pray to the Bodhisattva. They mean well. So instead of relying on the ghost, on the devil, you can depend on and ask the Bodhisattva to help you. That is a good foundation. So you have to be good to ask for help. But in Theravada, the teaching is that the goal of Dhamma learning is to be free to be liberated from suffering. The Lord Buddha said that he taught about the suffering and how to be liberated from suffering. That is the main thing that he taught. Other things are just components to understand this goal, this objective. But the heart of the teaching is about suffering and how to be free from suffering. He didn't teach only about the suffering. He taught about the cause of suffering or samudaya and how to cease the cause of suffering. To cease the cause of suffering is the path. So the heart of the Buddhism is the suffering and how to be free from suffering. He taught about the suffering, the cause of suffering, how to cease the suffering. And after you put in the work to cease the suffering, what is the result when you are free from suffering? So that is the Four Noble Truths. The Lord Buddha said that the Four Noble Truths cover all the teachings that he taught. He said that the main teaching is like the elephant's footprint, because the elephant is the largest animal, and other teaching are like the small feet that would fit that are inside the elephant footprint. If we do not see truly of the Four Noble Truths, that means that we still have the wrong view, the misconception. That's why we still reborn. There is still good karma, bad karma, and trying not to make any karma. There is still some doing something. That's why there is existing. Every time that the mind is doing something, the mind suffers right away. And the mind is doing something because we have craving. We have craving because we have the wrong view. To be free from suffering is that we have to gain the right view. When we have the right view, that is when there's the suffering, we are free from the suffering. Or Nibbana. So how to practice is to know the suffering. The suffering is the body and the mind. The body, for example, that the body getting sick, getting older, and it dies. And the suffering that arises with the mind is that every time we have craving and we are not satisfying the craving, we are apart from the loved one. That is suffering. So the Lord Buddha taught us in detail of the suffering, where it came from. Like if you have a broken heart from your loved one, that means that you are parting from the loved one. If you are out of the job, you suffer because you don't want to be out of the job. You're hoping to get promoted. When you are disappointed, then you suffer. So in life, there's so many ways that we can suffer. In short, it's suffering that comes with the body and the mind. And the Buddha didn't just stop at getting sick, getting old and die, or the suffering with the mind, that you are sad, that you are parting from your loved one, that you feel uncomfortable, you feel upset. Those are the suffering. And then he concluded that all types of suffering, in short, in summary, it means because all the five aggregates, they are suffering. The aggregates is called upatakhan, or the aggregate. There is another type of aggregate that is super mandate. They are free from suffering. They are free from the world. It's called Lokutara aggregate, or the super mandate aggregate. But the aggregate that we are experiencing now, they are still subject to the three characteristics. These five aggregates, they are suffering. So the Buddha said, in short, these five aggregates are suffering. And then he taught, now that you know that the five aggregates are the body and the mind, it's the physical form, the feeling, the perception and interpretation, the mental formation, and the consciousness. The main thing is the consciousness, or the mind. And there are three components that comes with the mind. That is the feeling, the perception, interpretation, and the mental formations. Those three components is the components that comes with the mind. But the mind is the main thing. When we are free from the mind, then we are free. So in 5 aggregates, there are physical form, there are the 3 components that comes with the mind or the consciousness. This fabrication, this formation that comes with the mind, that makes the mind wholesome or unwholesome. But the main character is the mind. What is the mind? The mind is, it's like a nature that knows the object. The object is something that the mind knows. So the mind is the knower. What does it know? It knows the object. The objects is the physical form and the mental form. Like for example, when you see someone walking or when you hear something, that those are the objects. Or the smell is the object. Maybe you feel something touching you, touching your body. The thing that is the touching of your body, that is the object. So the mind on its own, by itself, is neither good or bad. It just knows. But the components that kind of analyze the objects that come into contact, the mind come into contact with, it fabricates the feeling or good or bad. But the mind itself is neither good or bad, it just knows. And then the Buddha said, all the 5 aggregates, our duty is to know them. Suffering is there. The body and the mind are there. Just know them. Not to run away from them. Not to push them away. For example, this body, it is getting older. It gets sick sometimes, it's aching sometimes, and it will die someday. Can we stop it? We cannot stop that. So the Buddha said, just know the suffering. But most people want to run away, want to push away the suffering. We don't want to suffer. The Buddha didn't teach us that. The Buddha taught us to know them. To know them is to know the problem. When we truly know the problem, without hating them, without trying to fix them. For example, when you're sick, you don't have to hate it when you are sick. The Lord Buddha said to know them, not to run away from the truth, but to learn about the truth, to have sati, to be aware of the body and the mind, know it directly without trying to interfere or fix it. Then your mind will see the truth. It will keep seeing the truth again and again until one day it can accept the truth. If you have sati and you know your body, for example, you're sitting, you know so. When you're standing up, you know so. When you are breathing in, breathing out, you are moving, you are stopping. If you keep knowing so of your body often, don't forget your body. Keep being aware of it, and then you will see the truth of the body. It's that it is impermanent. When you breathe in, you have to breathe out. When you're sitting down, you have to move. You have to keep moving. The body that is moving, that the body that is sitting still, they are impermanent. If you are aware of your body often, you will see the truth of the body, that this body keeps changing all the time. Why does it have to move all the time, to change all the time? Because if you sit for too long, it starts to suffer. So you have to move to run away from suffering. When you breathe in, if you keep breathing in, you will suffer. So you have to breathe out. When you eat or drink, if you don't go to the bathroom, then you suffer. So this body is full of suffering. It is non-self, is not under our control. Sometimes the body is hot, sometimes it feels cold, sometimes the body is getting older, sometimes it is aching, it gets sick, and one day it will die. There's nothing you can do about it. If you keep learning, observing your body, you will see this truth that the body is subject to suffer all the time. It is oppressed to change all the time. It's not under your control. When you have sati, you are mindful, you will see that this body is subject to the three characteristics. You will see the truth. It is the opposite of what we are hoping for. Like we want this body to stay young. We want this body to never feel aching. We want this body to never die. But the truth is not that. And then if you keep observing, you see that this body is not under your control at all. And it's just full of suffering. Sometimes it suffers a lot, sometimes it suffers less. But it's nothing but suffering. This is why we practice. We practice not to run away from suffering, but to see the truth, to see the nature of the body and of the mind. To see that this body is suffering, impermanent, and suffering, and non-self. So after you see this truth often, you will see, and when you see the truth and the mind started to accept the truth, and then when the body getting old and getting sick, you see that, oh, it is just natural. So you don't suffer. The mind can accept the truth. So when you get old, you will not suffer. Because you see that, oh, this body, it is getting older, it is getting sick. That is a natural thing that it will happen. So you will not struggle. You can accept the truth. You're not running away from the truth. When the mind can accept that, then you will not suffer. If you have sati, be aware continuously, be aware of the body. And then one day, the mind will accept the truth. The mind is not that stupid to just keep running away from the truth. If you keep letting it see the truth again and again and again, one day it will accept the truth. The same goes with the mind. The mind sometimes encounters something that you like, sometimes it encounters that you do not like. It's not under your control. You never can only hear the things that will please you. That is not possible. Sometimes you hear something that makes you angry, or some people cursing you, or your nose, you cannot pick either. Sometimes you smell something nice, sometimes you smell something bad. The same go with your tongues. When you eat, is that you cannot eat the things that you like all the time. Sometimes your body feels too hot, sometimes it's too cold, sometimes insect bite you, sometimes you're injured. It's just, you cannot pick or choose what will happen to your body. The same goes with the mind. You cannot pick or choose either. Sometimes the mind think of bad things, sometimes of good things. If we can control the mind, we will order the mind to just only think about the happy things. But we cannot do that. If you have sati, you are aware, you will realize that the mind is not under your control. You cannot pick or choose that you want to feel good all the time. When you feel good, you are happy. When you feel bad, the mind suffers. You are saddened. But you cannot control any of that. You cannot tell the mind that once you enter anything, always be happy. That is not possible. Or you come into contact with an object, sometimes the mind is wholesome, sometimes the mind is unwholesome. You cannot control that either. When the mind comes into contact with different objects, like for example, when a person see a monk walking along the road, the mind is wholesome. They said, "Oh, the monk! I'm so happy to see Buddhism still blossom in this area." But some people, when they see the monk, the mind gets angry. They say, "Oh, they don't work. They only beg for food." So the mind sometimes is happy or unhappy or good or bad. It is uncertain. It's not under your control, not under your demand. You cannot tell the mind to always be happy, to always be good. But all the minds, they are only temporary. The good mind, the bad mind, the happy mind, unhappy mind, the unwholesome mind, the wholesome mind, they are all impermanent. They do not last. If you keep observing the mind, be aware of the mind, you will see that the mind is also impermanent and it's not under your control. You cannot pick or choose for the mind to always be happy. The mind works on its own. It's like the mind has the mind on its own. It's not under your control. When you see this, then the mind start to have equanimity toward the mind. When the mind is happy or unhappy, it will see that they are all impermanent. It arises, stay there for a while, and then it ceases. So let's think back in your life, the moment that you are most happy, when you first feel most happy in your life, it's gone, right? It only arises for a short time. It stays there and then it ceases. The same go with the moment that you feel the saddest in your life. It's already gone too. So everything comes and goes. Both happiness and unhappiness, they arise and ceases. Like when you have a heartache, when you have a broken heart, you thought that I'm going to suffer forever. And then not for long, that sadness goes away. So if you have sati, keep observing your mind and you will see that all type of minds, they are impermanent. The happy mind, unhappy mind, the wholesome mind, unwholesome mind, they are impermanent. They arise and cease. They are impermanent. If you can accept the truth, so if you can accept this truth, if you run into a problem in your life, you will not deny the problem. You said it's okay for the mind to suffer because you have practiced you have been practicing. So we see that this sadden, this worry, it will last for a little bit and then it will cease. It is impermanent. It will come and then it will cease. This is why we practice. We practice to see the truth of the body and the mind, or to learn about the suffering, to know the suffering. If you know the truth or know this body and this mind, when you really see the truth, the suffering that comes with the body and the mind will not bother you. This is why we practice. That is the objective of why we practice. And then Another thing is that one day we will be free from samsara. But at the beginning, you don't have to worry about that yet. The first thing is that to be aware of your body and your mind. For example, be aware of the body. The body is sitting right now. The body is standing up. The body is walking. The body is breathing in, breathing out. The body is eating. The body is going to the toilet. And then after you keep observing the body continuously, you will see that this body is like a machine that you feed in fuel, and then it will let the trash out. It's kind of like we have to eat food and then we have to go to the toilet. So the body is like a machine, like a robot, or like a car that you need to put in fuel for the car to run, and then it will have to let out a smoke out from the exhaust pipe. But after years and years, then the car will be broken. So when you are young, it's like a new car. But after the car is, you ride the car for years, for many miles, and then the car started to break apart. And then one day, this car will be thrown in the junkyard. If you see this, the truth, that the same goes with the body. And then into the body, your mind will not shaken. It will see that this is just a natural thing. You will not welcome the things that come in. When it's happy, it will see that it is impermanent. The mind will become more and more equanimous. The mind will not be shaken. So the mind will not suffer. This is why we learn about the body and the mind. When you see the truth of the body and the mind, you will not suffer. The mind suffers because we crave, we want to be happy all the time. We want this body to be healthy. We want to always run into something that we love, something that is pleasurable. But that is not the truth. The natural things of the world is that one day we'll have to part from the love things that we encounter. After you see this truth again and again, you will see that everything in the world is unsubstantial. We will crave less. We will not wish the body not to get old, because we understand that it's a natural thing. It's a nature that the body will get old, and it will get sick, and it will die. And when we were apart from our loved ones, we understand that this is a natural thing that will happen. So the mind will not be saddened. We cannot hold on to the loved ones all the time, always. We cannot run into the things that make us happy all the time. When the mind sees this again and again, the mind will crave less or stop craving. So keep being aware, keep practicing with sati. Learn about the truth of the body and the mind. Don't think too much. Just feel it. Just be aware of the body and the mind. Keep knowing so of the body and the mind until you and observe and see the truth of the body and the mind. And then one day, the mind will not crave anymore. It will not crave. It will not want the body to always be happy. It will see that the body and the mind, in fact, they are suffering itself. So we will not wish for the body and the mind to be happy, not to suffer, because it's not their nature. Once we see this, the mind will be free from craving. The mind will not waver anymore. The mind will be free from craving and is a state of Nibbana. The state of Nibbana is peace, is pure peace, pure happiness. It is satisfying on its own. Nibbana is not another world, that world of like goodness or God. It's not that. It's not like the world that full of the Buddhas. There's no world like that. The Buddha never taught us that. He taught us to let go of the craving. If you can let go, then your mind can reach Nibbana, can attain Nibbana. Nibbana is right there, but we cannot see it because the craving, the wrong view blind us from experiencing attaining Nibbana. The mind that is full of craving, its struggle, it will not be peaceful. The mind that is free from craving, it will attain pure peace. So it is a state of Nibbana. In Mahayana lineage, sometimes they said that there is another world where all the Buddhas stay together. That is, it's not a bad thing. They teach it that way for people to have faith in the religion first. After they have faith, they can develop themselves. In Mahayana, they taught the students to be selfless. In Bodhisattva, they are very selfless. They help all the beings. So that is the way they teach for their follower to be selfless. And once they are selfless, they will be behaving good. And then one day they can, when they hear the true Dhamma, they can be liberated. When you're selfless, you have less craving. If that's your foundation, you can develop easier. When you are selfless, you can know things as they are easier because you do not crave for life to be in a certain way. You can let go easily. So in Mahayana, the teaching is not a bad thing. It just is a trick for their students to practice selflessness, so they can practice easier. People who are selfish, it is difficult for them to practice. Luangpo sees that some people that come to the temple, they actually want to gain some benefit. They want to make money when they come to the temple. If you are selfish, you cannot practice. To practice well, their heart are selfless. They are ready to give. They can learn of the body and the mind easier. The mind can let go easier. So for those of you who learn from Mahayana, it's not a waste. That is all the Dhamma talk for today. Next, homework reviewing time. A quick break, please. Luangpo's losing his voice. Number 1, I keep the 5 precepts. I practice walking meditation while listening to the Dhamma talk. I often notice when the mind wanders off into thought. In daily life, I have not found the meditation object that suits me. So I observe the body frequently and remind myself about the practice often. At times I see the physical and mental phenomena when they arise. I get lost quite a long time. Please tell me what to do next. You still holding the mind, controlling the mind, just a little bit. So the mind is tight. Right now, maybe you are excited to talk to me. That's why you're holding your mind tightly. Right now, the mind is wandering off to think. What you are doing is good. There's nothing to fix or change. Keep practicing. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy that you will get result quick. We are practice and offer our practice to our teacher, Buddha, the Buddha. If you practice and you have greed, it will be difficult to practice. If we are not greedy, we are selfless. Offer your practice to the Buddha, and you don't have to wanting to get result right away. You will progress. Number 2. Every day I sit in meditation using Buddha with the breath. I cannot do it for too long because the mind is quite restless. I alternate between walking meditation and listen to the Luangpu's Dhamma talk. During the day, I notice my own defilement. I practice mindfulness, breathing good and breathing out dull. At times, I see the gentle happiness arising. When the mind wavering back and forth, I tend to think and teach myself that the mind is arising and ceasing. My practice feels as though I'm starting over again and again every day. Please tell me what to do next. Luangpa asked to read the first sentence again. Number 2, sit and meditate using Buddha with every breath, but cannot do for too long because the mind is restless. I also do the walking meditation and listen to Luangpa's Dhamma talk for about 1 to 2 hours a day. During the day, I notice my defilements. Luangpa replied, when you notice your defilements, like also notice moha, like the mind is restless, that is another type of defilement. If you want to let go of the defilement, the one thing is greed. So just know it as it is. When the mind is restless, know that the mind is restless and keep practicing. It's okay if the mind is restless or not when you practice. When you practice, you don't have to wish that it will be correct. It will be peaceful. Know it as it is. Keep practicing. When you see the phenomena or the phenomena that you do not like, don't hate them. And you can observe the unpleasurable phenomena and see if they are permanent or not. Number 3, I keep the 5 precepts. During the day, I use the body as my meditation object. Happiness and suffering are seen equally. The mind feels more detached from the world and sees suffering. When the mind is stable, I maintain diligence in the practice. I think the mind started to cultivate vipassana on its own. I practice samatha and vipassana. Every day is different. Whenever I encounter a problem in my practice, I find guidance and a way through the Luangpa's teaching. Please tell me what to do next. What you are doing is correct, Luangpa replied. Now your mind is a lot more detached from the world. It's more further apart from the world. The mind is lightened, brightened. What you are doing is correct. Keep practicing. Number 4. The mind does not have much strength and tend to lose the energy easily. It sinks into dullness, often feel subdued and weary of the world. It's not very bright or joyful. I keep returning to the body and try to be aware. I try to know the breath and try to know when the mind has wandered off. I listen to Luangpu's Dhamma talk regularly, and it gives me encouragement to continue practicing. I chant and sit in meditation every day. I keep observing my own mind. When I think, speak, or act, I try to see what is behind it. May you give me some guidance, please? Luangpa replied, what you are doing is good. Keep practicing. There's nothing to fix. Keep observing. Number 5. I practice walking meditation for half an hour in the morning and in the evening, and I also listen to Luangpa's Dhamma talk every day. During the day, I use the task of portioning and packing snacks as samatha practice. I am not able to go to the temple. Please tell me what to do next. Luangpa replied, when you are portioning and packing snacks, use that to practice. When your body is working, just keep being aware of that. When your mind wants the job to finish faster, know so. When you are practicing well, when you are happy, know so. What you are doing is good. Packing snacks, see the body moving. See that this body that's moving is not us. It's like a robot working, and your mind is seeing the robot moving, working. When the mind is happy, unhappy, know so. Number 6. In formal practice, I sit in meditation. My work requires a lot of thinking, so the mind is lost in thought for almost entire day. Sometimes it knows quickly, sometimes it knows slowly. I use body movement as my meditation object. I keep observing the mind frequently. I like to think until I become exhausted. Only then, that's when I stop. I begin to see the mind flowing out through the 6 sense spaces. During the day, I feel a heaviness in my chest. Sometimes I feel a rapid sharp pain. I'm not sure if it's this negative energy. Please tell me what to do. Luangpa replied, the bad energy you feel, just you cultivate metta. When you cultivate metta, there will be energy that will protect you. What you are practicing, when you practice well, Mara will play tricks on you, but don't be afraid of them. Nothing is more than our karma. If we don't have any negative karma, nothing can disturb you. Number 6, you are practicing very well. Your mind is so clear. You have a good mind. Right now, the mind is lost. Number 7. When I practice, I tend to control the mind because I want to be good. The mind does not have much strength and tends to be restless and caught up in thought. When I observe the body as it moves, walk, stand, sit, and lie down, I keep knowing so. Sometimes I know so, but other times when I run into other people, I blame others or blame myself. I try to listen to Luangpa every day. I tend to keep my precepts well and observe my body more. Please give me advice. What you are doing is good. Stay with your mantra, or you can evolve more. Don't hope to get results. Offer your practice to your teachers to see the body move, see the mind changes all the time. What you are doing is good. Many of you ask, how come I don't have a lot of mental strength? When you started, that happens to everyone. Think of if you have a tank, a water tank, if you have many holes on the tank, as you put in water, the water will seep down through the holes. And you complain, when is my bucket going to be filled? The holes comes from all the 6 sense bases. The holes are the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue. So if you're aware, when the mind is wander to the eyes, no so. When the mind wanders to the mind itself, no so. That is, you are blocking the water from seeping out from the holes, and then the holes will get smaller and smaller. And when there's no more hole, then the bucket will be full. But if you have a lot of holes, every day you will feel exhausted. And you try to pour in water into the bucket more and more, but the water keeps seeping out. So you have to plug the holes. So plug the hole is to be aware. No so after when the mind is at the ears, no so. When you're tasting something, no so be aware of that. No so be aware when the mind is with the eyes or when it's lost in thought. That is mean conserving your body and your mind, and then you will regain more mental strength. So reserve your body and your mind. Everyone who are hearing this, doesn't matter you're in this hall or outside the hall or at home, don't forget your meditation object. When you are leaving your meditation object, you are letting the water seeping out through the holes. Number 8. I stay with the breath from time to time in my practice. In daily life, mindfulness arises and notice more often when the mind has wandered off. I used to think that I was a kind-hearted person, but through practice, I see that I'm actually quite irritable. Whenever I see something made in contact, my mind reacts and waver on its own. I can see that there's a sense of me that step in and try to take sides, liking or disliking. Please tell me what to do next. Keep practicing. You are practicing correctly. It's like when you're eating, keep eating one spoon at a time, and then you will be filled. You will be full. So keep practicing until one day you practice enough, and you can attend Dhamma then. That is all the Dhamma talk for today. อนุโมทนาค่ะ